Manitoba has been seeing a spike in new HIV cases this year. From January 1st to June 30th of this year, 189 new diagnoses of HIV were tracked in this province. December 1st is World AIDS Day, and Sunshine House Winnipeg is hosting an event to raise awareness and to break the stigma surrounding HIV. Joining us now from Sunshine House is Michaela Chotka. Good morning, Michaela.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, World AIDS Day, why is this day important to mark and to talk about?
It's important since 1988. It's been hosted around the world. People to fight against, again, the stigma, as you mentioned, to raise awareness, and also ultimately prevention and push governments around the world to, help, fight against the spread of the virus and ultimately end the pandemic.
We're seeing huge numbers here in this province. What is happening?
We are seeing, well, the number one new cause of transmission is intravenous substance use. It used to be, sexual transmission was the top way that the virus was spread. So I mean, right now what we're seeing is, I think since COVID and the increase that we've seen in homelessness, and as well as just, I think, overall, it's there's a lot of factors to factor into it, but I do believe that what we're seeing is just an increase overall, just due to a multitude of things, including situations people are finding themselves in, lack of access to resources. It's kind of swept under the rug for a while, I believe.
And Sunshine House is doing what it can to address this problem.
Yes, we are. We offer STBBI testing for anyone that can come into our location, usually at least once a month, as well as we provide harm reduction supplies like safe substance use kits and things like that, and as well as take part in events that help raise awareness as well.
Okay, one of the parts of today's event is to break the stigma surrounding HIV. Tell us about some of the stigma out there and how we break those. Well,
just people living with HIV now obviously have a much better prognosis overall. Back in the 80s, essentially it was a death sentence, but with the advent of new antivirals, as well as new treatments and medications, just healthier living, awareness of the virus and how it's spread, people are living longer, healthy lives. On antiviral treatment, you can live as long a lifespan as anyone else. You can live a healthy lifespan, and you can also not transmit the virus if it is sufficiently suppressed through the use of these medications. So it's undetectable in your bloodstream, and undetectable means untransmissible.
It's really changed the world.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Lifesaver. There's also a lot of preventative medications as well now, like post-exposure and pre-exposure prophylactics, which the Manitoba government has actually made free for all citizens. It's accessible. There's trying to reduce the barriers to accessing this medication, and by getting the word out, anyone can get access to these life-saving medications and reduce their chances of even contacting the virus if exposed by up to 99%.
Okay, let's talk about the event that's happening at Sunshine House today. What's happening?
Well, it's actually at Access Downtown, at 640 Main Street. So it is our World HIV event that we're having, World HIV Day event, sorry. So right there, we're going to have a sharing circle. We're going to discuss, again, addressing the stigma, address, initiatives that the government could potentially be taking to help reduce transmission and assist, get out awareness. For example, a lot of people still aren't aware that these, preventative medications are available free of charge to any doctor, nurse practitioner can go out and you can go see any of the doctors and nurse practitioners and just be prescribed this medication. No questions asked, no referral to a specialist. So there's a lot of awareness that needs to go out, because by preventing transmission in the first place, it's how we overcome this spike in the virus. So we'll be having a sharing circle as well, and we'll have some speakers, some education and care just around the whole HIV pandemic, and some food and beverages served as well, and a community art project.
Okay, and if you do want more information, we have a link on our website. Thank you, Michaela.
Thank you.